If you're struggling with belly fat that won't go away, no matter how hard you exercise or no matter how much you diet, or if you're wondering why your core feels weak after having a baby, let me tell you something. It may not be just belly fat. It could be diastasis recti or DR. And trust me, I wish I knew this earlier. Hi, my name is Amara, and I'm sharing my journey with Diastasis Recti to help other moms and women like you feel informed, empowered, and understood. Today, I would like to share 7 things I wish I knew earlier about Diastasis Recti because if I had known them earlier, my healing journey would have been very different. After giving birth, I kept hearing things like, oh, it's just belly fat. When you lose some weight, it will go down. Or wear some waist trainers and your stomach will snap back together. I believed it. I won't lie. I believed everything I heard. But no matter how much I exercised, no matter how much I went on diet, I took several things, I bought several teas and the likes. My tummy kept on feeling bloated, but my stomach was still bulging out and it felt really soft. And that was when I started asking questions like, when will this go away? What am I doing wrong? Because really, I thought those waist trainers were going to help, but I have different types, shapes, and sizes of waist trainers. I've spent a lot of money on waist trainers, but did it help me? No, it will only give you that hourglass look that you want to have probably when you're going to work or going for an event. But when you take them off, you're back to square one. What I didn't know was that diastasis recti is not about weight gain or weight loss. It is a medical condition where the stomach muscles separate, and no matter how much you exercise, it will not heal that condition. No matter how much you lose weight, the condition remains. So this is how to check if you have diastasis recti. You want to lay straight on your bed or on the floor or wherever you feel comfortable. Just lay flat on the surface and put your hands together, your fingers together like this, and you can start with 2 fingers on your navel. When you lay down flat on you're not facing down, you're facing up now. You put your 2 fingers together and just put them in your navel, where your navel is. Just put them in. So if 2 fingers can go in up to this place comfortably, increase it to 3. We are trying to check the severity right now. So you increase it to 3, put your fingers like this and check. If this 3 go in, then try again with 4 fingers and see how much, if these 4 fingers put together like this can go in. If they can go in, if this 4 can go in, then you have severe diastasis recti like I do. So if it is just 1 finger or 2 that can go in, you're lucky, yours is not a severe case. But if 4 of these fingers go in like mine, then you have a lot of work to do. Now that you have checked for the severity of your DR, the next thing to do would be to focus on healing your core, not just calorie count or weight loss. Focus on healing your core, and we'll talk more about how to heal your core. The second thing I wish I knew about having diastasis recti is I wish I knew that planks and crunches are not doing me any good. So initially when I had my baby, the next thing after I went on YouTube and I started searching for exercises that I can do for tummy fat, to lose tummy fat and all. And of course, plank is one of them. When anybody's talking about losing belly fat, plank, crunches, sit-ups, they were the 3 main exercises for tummy, or for your stomach, or for belly fat. And I was thinking to myself, oh, it probably the more crunches I do, the more sit-ups or the likes that I do, the better for me, or my tummy or my stomach will go down. But I was shocked. The more I was doing them, It looked like nothing was happening. So what I learned afterwards when I started doing my research is that crunches and all those sit-ups and planks are actually making it worse. So we need to check it. If you are currently doing planks, crunches, and probably these sit-ups, please, you need to stop and check again. Please let me know in this comment section if you've been doing all these exercises that I've mentioned and you've been finding progress, or how did it come for you? Did it work for you? Did it help with the DR or did it not? For me, I wish it did. It didn't, because every time I measured with my fingers to see how much progress I have made, my 4 fingers can still go in up till today. So I didn't make much progress doing those things. What those exercises actually do is they put so much pressure on your abdominal muscles and make them worse. So instead of doing those exercises, it's best we practice deep core breathing. Like I think I mentioned in one of my videos where it takes some practice. You have like hold your core with your breath. You do it with your. There's a page on Instagram that I've been following, and I think she knows what she's doing. She has evidence. So, and I've been following her for a bit now. I'm going to put her link or her name, her Instagram name, on the description box, so that you can also check her out and see the kind of exercises she recommends. And I started doing the exercises and I'm noticing changes. When I went, the changes I've noticed is that my stomach is not bulging out all the way anymore. So without wearing, these days I can go out with just a high waist, wearing a high waist, which is something I don't really do in the past. No matter how much I wear high waist, it will still bulge somehow. But now it's getting better. That's why I can recommend her page to you. I don't know if she has a YouTube channel, but I know she has an Instagram page that you can follow. She has a community that you can join, and I think you'll get better. She doesn't know I'm doing this. She doesn't know I'm talking about her, but I just stumbled on her page on Instagram and I've been liking what I'm seeing there. That's why I'm recommending her. The third point is healing takes time. There is no quick fix when it comes to DR. Like I mentioned initially when I started, I thought, oh, if I'm very consistent, if I maybe increase the number of days I exercised or the hours I exercised or what I did, that I was going to see progress almost immediately. No, I didn't see progress, let alone immediately. Okay, so one thing I have learned over the years is that you have to just stay consistent. The time it will take for you to heal depends on 3 things. It depends on your overall health, because it's even when you are healthy that you'll be thinking of doing exercises or things that will help with your DR. Secondly, your consistency. Like I mentioned in my last video, I will go through with some exercises, put all my effort and everything, and after, when I'm not seeing progress or when I'm seeing slow progress, I get frustrated and I stop. So another thing that would help is your consistency. Be consistent, just continue at it. Even I, as a person, I'm struggling with that consistency, but right now I'm trying to have a schedule or to have a routine I follow so that I am quite consistent. And again, the severity of the separation depends on how fast you heal. Like for me, 4 of these fingers could go through. So what that tells you is that I have a severe case and it will take time. Take away from this point is that just be consistent. Try as much as possible to have good health. First of all, have good health, be healthy. Then be consistent. Then just know somewhere behind in your head that it takes time. It is not a sprint. It takes time. Point 4, it's not just about your looks. It affects your whole body. Initially, I was thinking that, I was just worried about how my stomach was looking, how it was bulging. But little did I know that after some time, that it will start affecting my posture. It started affecting my back. My back started aching me because I sit for long hours in the office. I started struggling with severe back pain. Sometimes last year I had to go for a, an examination on my spine because the pain became so severe, and that's because of my posture. Your stomach is bulging out. That's those muscles have separated and is bulging out. It doesn't end there. That's just the beginning. It affects other areas. Your posture, it begins to affect your posture. It begins to affect how you stand if you're not careful. It begins to affect your back. So for me, because I had my kids through cesarean section, initially I knew that, of course, they gave me epidural, and I thought that, I remember when I was having the epidural, they told me it was a 50-50 thing, that it could cause little back pain or and the likes. So when I started having the back pain, I didn't attribute it to DR. I attributed it to the epidural. As time went on, I told myself that this may not just be this epidural, because I think I spoke with other people that also had cesarean section, and nobody, like, they were not really having that back pain. So that was when I started rethinking that, could it be that it's because of my posture? Could it be that because my tummy is bulging out, my back is going in, and my spine is now being affected? So that was what led me to go to the hospital to do a general check. And guess what I found? My posture has even gotten worse than I thought. Now I don't know what they were saying about my spine not being straight and again and everything. And I was like, I'm not surprised, because I know the way I sit in the office, even myself, I tell myself, your posture is bad. So when I remember, then I just adjust. But it's something that you keep doing to get good at. I wish someone told me. I wish I knew this earlier. It wouldn't have gotten to this stage where now my spine is affected. So let us take this out from this point, that we need to know that it is not just about that tummy bulging out. It affects other areas. You'll be having pain and discomfort in other areas. I don't know what yours is. Let me know in the comments what you are experiencing as a result of your DR. Another thing I wish I knew earlier is that my everyday movement is affecting my healing. What it means is, sometimes little things you do in your everyday life, like you want to lift up heavy objects, or sometimes even when you just had a baby, lifting up your baby, or the way you roll out of bed. These little things affect your healing. You know, the way before you had a baby, you just want to stand up from the bed. You just stand up. It's affecting your healing. But I learned that if you want to stand up on your bed, you have to roll. You first have to roll to your side, then you get up. I didn't know that earlier until I found out. Another thing is, when it comes to lifting up weight, you have to hold your core. You have to hold your core with your breathing, like tighten your core before you lift things up. Before you lift heavy objects up, or even lifting your baby if you're a new mom, you have to hold your core, do that core tightening, then lift up your heavy object. Another point to note is that some doctors and trainers, fitness trainers or fitness coaches, don't know so much, or don't even know at all. They don't know anything about DR. So I also talked about it in my last video at length, and I don't want to overflog it, but I just thought to mention it again for the benefit of those that are just watching for the first time. The truth is, some doctors and some medical practitioners, not just doctors, depending on who you meet per time, or even fitness trainers or fitness coaches, some of them, especially the guys, they don't know about Diastasis Recti. So you need to inform them, you need to educate them on the condition, so that they will know how to help you, or how best to help you. Or better still, if you meet a fitness trainer that does not know much about DR, it's best to look for another fitness trainer, so that you don't do yourself more harm than good. Then if you meet a practitioner that doesn't know about it, it's either you educate them or you get another opinion, even when they give you their opinion. In some parts of the world, they have postnatal fitness trainers. So if you find the one that has the postnatal, then it's best to go to that kind of person, or anything. Just be sure that the person knows what you're talking about, or when you listen to the person talk and the person is not talking around what you know, then you know the person doesn't know or doesn't know so much. Then you find your way. The last point is that emotional healing is just as important as physical healing. I spent a lot of the time, focusing on how much I was healing physically, forgetting that my emotions were running wild. Now I've gotten a lot better, but then I remember over the years, I would look at other moms that just had a baby, and I'm wondering, how did they snap back this fast? How did they do this? How are they doing it? Like, and I was just looking at, I would look at myself and I would say, oh no, like something is wrong with me, like my body feels broken. I'll ask myself several questions. Will I ever go back to normal? Will my tummy ever become flat? Oh God, why me? Why me? Why is it me that it happened to? It doesn't happen to everybody. Then I started thinking, oh, could it be my gene? Could it be? I started tracing. Was my mother's stomach big? Was my, my emotions, I was thinking about every single thing that could have gone wrong and why it should be me. That's because I was very slim. Like, I was so slim. I had very flat tummy. Even after my first baby with a cesarean section, I still had a flat tummy. So just a little. In fact, you won't even know I've had a child after my first child. So, I'll ask myself, what went wrong? What actually went wrong? What did I not do right? What did I do wrong? Which med was I taking? Which postnatal the vitamins was I taking? Could it be the reason why? It was endless, and it was so draining for me. And when it becomes draining, that you become frustrated, and most times I'll just stop whatever thing I'm doing, and sometimes I'll be depressed. Yes, I was depressed. In fact, I'll go into depression. I'll come out of depression, especially when I want to wear some clothes and I can't wear it. Those things, it was really draining. I don't know about you. I would really like you to share in the comments what you wish you knew earlier about it, diastasis recti, or the things that have happened over the years, how it affected you, or what you wish you knew. Because these are the things I wish I knew. Because if I had known earlier that my emotional well-being was also important, probably I would have focused on both of them, not just the way I looked. One way to overcome this point that I've mentioned is that you need to be kind to yourself. You need to give yourself grace. Speak positive words to yourself every day. Anytime those negative thoughts want to come around, you replace them with good thoughts. Replace them with good affirmations about your body, about yourself, about how you feel. Another thing again is by talking about it. You can join groups, mom groups or communities, or where these things are shared, where they share about diastasis recti, or just things about moms generally, so that you can also learn there and maybe find comfort in the fact that there are a lot of other people like you. So communities help a great deal. And again, this is our own community because we are here now and we are talking about it. So you can also share and we can talk more about it together. You share your struggles, you share your pain, you share your wins. And that's another way, beyond just counting your woes. Share your wins. Even no matter how small your win is, celebrate it, share it, let us know what you did, how it came up, how what your wins was, or where, or how you progressed this week, how you progressed by doing this or by doing this. It will help and it will encourage other moms So this is our community. Let's embrace it and let's share. Let's be open to share, because I know this topic is not one that a lot of people want to talk about, because it opens closed wounds, or it reminds them of what they're trying to forget or what they don't want to talk about. So this is our own community. Let's make use of it and let's help each other. In conclusion, if you're dealing with DR, I want you to know that you are not alone. That is why I started this series. You are not alone. I want you to feel seen, and I want you to feel heard and understood. And I also want you to share what your struggles with DR has been. I don't want you to make the same mistakes I made. That's why I'm sharing here. So feel free to share with us in the comments what your struggles are and what you wish you knew earlier, in case I have not mentioned it in this video. I would also like to know and talk about it, or I would also like to, or if there's anything you want me to also talk about, let me also know and I'll talk about it. So thank you so much for watching this video to this point. I celebrate you and I'm grateful. Feel free to like, share with your friends or other moms that are dealing with this kind of situation, which is there. And also subscribe if you're not subscribed. And lastly, click on that notification bell so that when I post the next video on another topic relating to DR, you'll be the first to know. See you in my next video. I hope you're having a wonderful day.